What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 with some early morning Prime 5 incursions. Why on earth Chromatic decided to release these things at 6 in the morning, I will never guess, because they know damn well I'm going to stay up all night and wait for it to come out. With that out of the way, well, let's hop on in and check out the map. Of course, as you see, we are on the Altar of the Athame in Prime number 5. Now, this is the first of the Prime 5 maps. We've got 2 more maps to go in Prime 5, so we will not be getting another Hyper Shard today. We've got to wait 2 more weeks for the next Hyper Shard to release. Now, this is the regular Crumble Bulwark map with the Incursion twist, and as you see, we've got this Dark Realm altar in the center. We also have these very menacing looking, kind of like Dark Assassin-ish statues surrounding the Dark Altar. Now, the puzzle to this map is it's going to be similar to like Bling King or Demon's Lair, where there's going to be a mob that comes out, drops a special item on death, and it is going to be a tome. Now, we're going to grab that tome and bring it back up to the altar. It's going to take 4 tomes to unlock and activate the altar for each wave, and then after the altar is activated, there will be a brief amount of time to kill the statue that will light up and become targetable. Now, if you don't get the statue killed in the allotted time, then you have to rinse and repeat and go get 4 more tomes and come out and activate the Dark Realm altar again. Now, what is it that these statues in this altar is even doing? And that is, there are Dark Assassins on this map. Now, I'm not talking about your regular old assassins that we are used to from Chaos 5 and above. I'm talking about the Dark Altar Assassins, and they are just mean. Now, as long as the statue for these assassins is alive, the assassins themselves are invulnerable to any damage, so no way to kill them. They also hit like an absolute truck. They will completely wreck your face in, and you want to stay away from them. Now, the assassin's UI is set up, or pardon me, the assassin's AI is set up to target the player. Now, periodically, they will go after a wall or a tower. However, they're supposed to come directly after players and not after cores or defenses. Now, when they get you, they will kill you. Just expect that. There's nothing you can do to get around it. You're not going to be able to stack more health. You're just going to get wrecked if a bunch of these assassins get on top of you. So the best thing to do is just to avoid them. So stay on the move throughout the map and kite those assassins around, as although they are invulnerable and will wreck your face, they also move very, very slow and are easy to kite. Now, in addition to that, there's 2 little helpful items, actually 3, but 2 are the same on the map. First off, we've got the Assassin's Bell here. Now, if you ring the Assassin's Bell, you see as it says, it stuns the Altar Assassins. This is going to give you a little stun on the Assassins, and it appears that the cooldown is not actually correct on it, as it's letting me ring that bell again. Yeah, it's only been 6 seconds, and of course it's counting down from 20, so it will allow you to ring the Assassin's Bell every 6 seconds and stun all of the assassins. Now, there is another bell right over here that is on a separate cooldown. So theoretically, you could ring this bell, you could wait 6 seconds, then you could ring that same bell again. With the cooldown not functioning properly, there's no need to run back around. More of a convenience, you've got 2 of the bells on each side of the map. Now, these are for extreme measures if you're having problems. Most of the current in-game players will not have to bother with these bells at all. And then our second little helpful item, and that is the Assassin's Potion. Now, the Assassin's Potion, once you pop it, you see the buff come up under my nameplate. It lasts for 30 seconds, and that little potion does make you completely immune to all of the assassins. So if you pop that, you do have 30 seconds of immunity. Certainly wouldn't hurt to do, and may even be a little helpful to do during the short phase where you're able to target and burn down the statues. Now, once the statues do become activated, your defenses will target them as well. So if you build the map appropriately, you'll get a little bit of coverage onto these statues from your defenses, and that will help you DPS those down. Now let's go ahead and build out the map and get started. I'm going to go with just that regular old 1-amp warrior build, and we should have a ton of leftover DU. Now this, just like Bling King or the Demon's Lair for that matter, you don't want to spawn camp it. If you go too close to spawn, then you're going to get your little items that drop on the map stuck in spawn, just like the gold would on the Bling King, and then you're going to have to wait for another one. So you don't want to build all up in the spawn and have those tomes dropping inside of the spawn protection, as you'll just never reach it. Let's go ahead and throw one more flame aura in the back here, just for good measure, as I don't know what to expect as far as the mob difficulty. And then we'll basically just rinse and repeat right here. Now, once again, you gotta give yourself room. Do not spawn camp it. It's not in your best interest at all to spawn camp this map in any way. So make sure you're building back far enough. See, we're gonna throw that in, and then let's get 2 flame auras on this one. Actually, we might be able to just go ahead and go 3. Let's see, let's put a flame aura there. We'll get another, say, right here. And then we'll put a 3rd right there in the back, just like the other lane. Now this one, of course, these 2 lanes converge into one, so I'm going to put one big last resort here, right on this lane. And here, since this is the last resort, I'm only going to go with 2 flame auras, as I don't think it's going to be really necessary to put anything else up, as I've got, what, 210 DU left. That's quite a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of kind of filtering the enemies in up front. So let's go ahead and set up some auras there, and that's going to leave me 90. So let's go ahead and spend that 90. Let's just go right here with it, with something like that. So the mobs coming this way are going to get softened up a bit, and shouldn't have any real issues. In fact, you know what? I'm going to get rid of that boost aura. That's going to leave me 50, and I will do the exact same thing over here, but just with 1 aura and lightning strike there. So we've got the map built out now. I think I'll actually dump the remaining 100 mana into this right here. And as you see, I've got my kitty cat. I did bring Sparkle Party with me, just as I don't know what to expect, so I want to make sure I don't get wrecked too many times. I do expect lots of deaths on this map, as these assassins are certainly not forgiving, and depending on what power level these enemies come out, of course the regular assassins could be quite mean as well. So this is my very first run. Let's check it out and get it going. Now let's see, first off we see the mob difficulty, or the mob power level is 46,085. Which that's going to put it right under floor 265 difficulty. Floor 265 is 46111, so it's really close to floor 265. Now we see the altar assassins rolling around in all of their grandeur, and boy, these guys are mean. And we see our first tome is already on the ground. Now, the tome does light up and gives you the buff, so you see it directly under the nameplate. That would be my second buff. And we just want to kind of run around and avoid the assassins and just run it over to the core. You don't actually have to hit anything. All you have to do is just get it nearby. Here's another tome right here. We'll go ahead and drop that book off. Here's another one here. That makes 3. And we've got the regular assassins rolling. So let's use those proton beams to help take care of that. Now we need one more tome before we can do anything with the altar, and I'm probably going to end up getting wrecked here, as these guys just incidentally, as they come near you, one little swing just does a ton of damage, and now they're going to, of course, camp the statue area, aren't they? See, let's run it over, we'll activate it, and then let's burn down our very first statue. 286 million health. Now, another thing to remember is if you're not in side of the squared area inside of the statues will still be invulnerable to you and they won't deal any damage. In addition to that, as you see right there, I did not get my statue killed, which means I need to rinse and repeat that entire thing, collect 4 more tomes, and get the statue burned down this next time. So let's see, do we have any laying around the map? There's one over here. You know, I may end up ringing those bells. These guys are brutal here. Of course, a couple of upgrades will go a long way. This is going to be another death, yep. One of the challenges with Onslaught and Chromatic kind of set us up where if you really want to climb high in Onslaught, they force you to use the Barbarian as the only hero that survives the Assassin. Now, that is quite unfortunate, as not everybody wants to play the Barbarian, myself included. So survivability is an issue. Let's check out, we'll run around and look for another tome here. Actually, there's 2 of them right down below. So we're in great shape there. We got a regular lane assassin coming. Let's just deal with that guy. And then start dropping off these books. We're going to need 1 more after that other one down below there. Now getting a few upgrades in on these auras will make a big difference, as it will make the regular assassins just peel right off of me. Now when the mobs come out, the Dark Prophets come out with their tome, they will be displayed on the minimap. So you are going to see them, and you see the exclamation point pop up, letting us know that one is coming. So there's lots of notifications letting us know what's up. Oh, am I going to make it? Nope. Not going to make it. These assassins are just brutal. Now, as I mentioned, this is my very first run through, so definitely not the prettiest. That is for damn sure. Now, I lost that book since I died, and I basically have to get another. So there's 3, we need 1 more. There should be one just laying around the map here now. There's one right there. And let's get this last assassin off of us before I activate the tome, or activate the altar. And let's see if we can't get this done again. See, that time the statue had very little health left. Now once the statue is dead, then the assassins are no longer vulnerable, and that is what will actually end the wave for you. So once all the assassins are dead, the wave will be over and the next statue will become active. Now, I think I mentioned it earlier, but if not, the statues they start right here and go counterclockwise around the map. So wave 2 now is going to be here. Wave 3 would be this statue, and wave 4 is that statue. Now, in addition to that, as you saw there, your defenses will help you killing the assassins once they lose their invulnerability. So just kiting them around through your defenses will kill the assassins for you, if you don't want to kill him yourself. So it's usually a little bit of a best of both worlds double dip there to get through and complete the map. So we got some upgrades in, but it actually gave us just a ton of mana. Wow. So let's just go ahead and jack these flame auras up that are over here on these statues to give me a little bit more assistance. And just spread some upgrades around, and let's go ahead and get wave 2 started here. Now, each individual wave, there's going to be more and more of the altar assassins running around. The Dark Prophet, it comes in Warboar flavor. It's a bacon-flavored Dark Prophet. You can run this map pretty quick once you get the hang of it. You know, once you get used to avoiding the assassins, once you get used to exactly what it's going to take for you to burn through that statue. The statue had a lot of health, so I think I'm actually going to nuke it instead of just sitting there screwing around spraying at it. There's 2 tomes added. Give ourselves a little bell ringing assistance here. See, when you ring the bell, all the assassins become stunned, and that's just good stuff. However, if you do it right in front of a kobold like that, you're still going to die. So let's see, we should have books laying around now. There's one right down here. Let's get these assassins off of us first. Wow, they are heavy duty, no doubt there. Just a ton of them. Now, even at 1.3 million health, I'm still just getting wrecked. And that is, you know, because of that floor 265 difficulty. Sparkle Party is your friend, that is for sure. Let's see, we've got it there. And let's just bust out the full nuke this time. And that makes that statue go down real easy. And then you see the assassins just instantly melt. The assassins themselves don't have a ton of health. They're very, very easy to kill. It's just a matter of getting through that statue. Now, if you're playing in a group, always make sure your group is ready. Don't run over and pop the altar. If people are scattered around the map, make sure your group is all right here ready to go to burn those statues down. Now, let's go ahead and get wave 3 going here. I do want to get as many of these upgrades thrown around as possible just to make my life a little bit easier. And here we go with wave number 3. Now, any tomes that are on the ground in between waves will disappear as soon as you start the new wave, so unfortunately no way to double dip there. Here comes our first prophet coming out on this side. Now, the assassins, of course, since they can be stunned, they can also be electrocuted and petrified. So although you're not going to do any damage to them, you can crowd control the regular old altar assassins into not giving you so much of a problem. Those guys are going derpy. The AI on them is a little wonky. It looked like they were going to go towards that core over there, but then didn't do anything with it. See, there's 3. I kind of want to keep these guys away from that next statue. Let's head down here. We'll get this Dark Prophet dead. Let's just go ahead and heal on up before we run on up. Okay, the assassins came down towards me, so it should buy me a little bit of time. And that's going to give me more than enough time to nuke that particular statue and get these assassins so they're no longer invulnerable. Now, of course, since assassins are dead, the wave is over, and all we have left is wave number 4. Now, remember also, in addition to having a chance of dropping one of the Prime 5 weapons that are come at Chaos 8, you also have a chance of getting a Chaos 7 version of the Shadow Flame knife for the Mystic, which is one of the best incursion weapons, in my opinion, as far as just adding fun and, you know, a different play style on the Mystic itself. See, we got our upgrades in. We've got one last wave. I'm assuming there's going to be a ton of altar assassins, so I do want to be extra careful here. Is Zapper going to die? Looks like Zapper's going to die. Ended up not using my Gatto Pet. Well, I used it once, I guess, against the altar assassins that were close to me when I was killing that first statue. Just stay moving, stay away from them. It's without a doubt the best way. You know, if you want to taunt fate, these guys will punch you in the face. In fact, let's check their damage. Let's see. Oh yeah. That was what, one swing from 3 of them overkilled me, so I'm assuming one swing from 2 of them would probably get the job done. Oof. Managed to get in there and get it, but boy, that almost went bad. Alright, let's get these regular assassins off of us. I think our tome is already on the ground over here. Nope, it's not here. Down below? I'm not seeing one sitting down there either. Whoa. Close call there. Here's our tome right here. Now we've got the one statue left. I do want to kite these guys away just a little bit. Like I said, they hit like a truck, but they do move really slow. So I want to make sure to keep them out of the way here. And let's burn our last altar here. The assassins are now vulnerable, and we can call it GG for the map, as we got our very first prime incursion victory on the Altar of Athame. So let's go ahead and check out the goods and see if anything fancy schmancy is in the box. But that is my first ever run of this particular incursion, and there's the Shadow Flame knife right there. Coming in Chaos 7 flavor. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to click that like button and please subscribe to the channel. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on the Altar of the Athame. Now this one, of course, has got a little bit more difficult of a mechanic. It is floor 265 difficulty, so I'm assuming, although the veterans will blow right through this map, I think a lot of players could be quite challenged with this one, as it is indeed a tough one. So thank you all once again, and I will see you next time around. Take it easy.